Today we will be doing our very first rebuild of NBA 2K27. And I thought it only made sense to go ahead and start with the Portland Trailblazers as I'm getting the tutorial here as we get started here. But yes, we're going to be starting our 2K27 journey here with the Portland Trailblazers. But before we get into today's video, if you guys could drop a like in this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel, because we are so close to 50,000 subs. And I feel like we could reach it before the end of September with a brand new game coming out. So if you want to hit the subscribe button to help us out, that'd be greatly appreciated. So I will say this is going to be my first authentic reaction to NBA 2K27. We all know there's a few new things. I haven't really watched anybody else's videos, so I have no idea what to really expect here, what's changed. I will tell you, so far this looks exactly the same. I know there's going to be some things that are changed, but yeah, right now it does look pretty much the same for the most part. So I will say Power Rank has us at 8th overall, but of course we should have Micah Nori as the coach this time for the game, obviously with him being the Blazers coach now. So yeah, he is here. And I do notice that play physical defense setting is on. So I do wonder if my share scenario, like what, if you guys obviously played in my share scenario, you guys know the Blazers became very OP once they hired Micah Nori because of that play physical defense setting. So I wonder if that's going to go down that way as well, but we're going to see. So of course we're going to go ahead and simulate to the end of year number 1 with this Blazers team. I just simply want to see how good they're going to be to start things off. Now they have Ja Morant on the bench, which of course it sounds like Dame and Ja will start, and Shaedon Sharpe just actually tore his meniscus in real life as well, which unfortunately 2K doesn't have that in here, which is okay, but Dame and Ja are set to start together, so I'm just gonna go ahead and move Ja Morant's shooting guard, I guess, and that can fix that. And we'll leave Sharpe healthy for now. It doesn't really matter that much for this first video. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and submit to the end of year 1. I will show you if I notice anything different, but for now, obviously, things look exactly the same. I mean, the interface looks a little bit different. Font's kind of different, as you can see. I don't really know if, I mean, some of this is kind of, I feel like one of these things is backwards now, but I could just be going crazy. I don't know. Anyway, let's submit to the end of year 1. Let's see how this Blazers team does. Will we play as well as we did in my 2K26 share scenario, or is it going to be different? And I wonder if the Magic are going to be like really good as well. I guess we'll see. But so far, we're off to a decent start. I will see you guys at the end of year 1. So at the end of year number 1, Victor Wembanyama wins MVP. Cameron Boozer is your rookie of the year. Jeremiah Fears is your 6th man. Wembanyama is your DPOY, and Brandon Miller is your most improved. Tatum's your clutch player, and Sean Sweeney is your coach of the year. So I am noticing a pattern already that my 2K26 share scenario might as well maybe have just been 2K27, because yeah, I'm noticing that the Magic and the Blazers simulate really well once again. So that's going to be something we might have to, you know, take into account. But here is your All-NBA first team Giannis in Miami. So this looks a little bit different, obviously. Cade Cunningham, All-NBA first team Luka. You got for the Lakers, Jokic and Wembanyama. I did stop at the trade deadline, and I usered the Denver Nuggets because I'm pretty sure maybe they're just under it, but I know they're around the second apron. I can't remember if they're over it or not, but I was curious to see if it would let me aggregate contracts together, and it didn't really stop me, so I didn't notice any second apron things yet. I don't know how like strict it's going to be. Obviously, that's something they announced that the second apron, you know, restriction CBA thing would be here, but again, didn't really notice anything, at least not to this point. But here's your NBA team. So I noticed we obviously don't have anybody here, so that's good to maybe see Ja Morant's not OP as hell. That was one thing that was something interesting to see. But here's our all rookie first team. Of course, you're gonna have all the rookie, you know, scans in here, which is cool. But all right, in the playoffs, we are the 4th seed in the Western Conference. If we take a look at the player stats, you had 22 from Damian Lillard, 19 from Ja Morant, who did get an Achilles injury at the end of the year, which is really unfortunate. Deni Avdija with 14, 13 from Sharpe. So I didn't mess with any shot tendencies. So maybe I should have, you know, looked at Avdija's shot tendency, as he seems kind of low. Drew Holiday with 10, 8 from Klingon and 10 rebounds, and 6 from Tamani Kamara. But we get to play the Dallas Mavericks in round 1. So let's go ahead and see how this is going to go. I will say off rip, really not noticing any crazy differences just yet. This almost feels like I'm playing my 2K26 share scenario, but let's give it time. So game 1 is going to go to us. Game 2 is going to go to us as well. Game 3, Ja Morant is fully back, so that's awesome. Let's do, you know, put him back in there. But they win game 3. Damian Lillard now is out for the season. That's fantastic. Okay, well, that's not great. Is he out, or is he just, whoops, someone? Yeah, so I'm telling you, man, I think they switched front office and league news, because my like memory is telling me to go what I just did to go look at the roster. So I do think they switched that, so I guess that's different. Oh yeah, Dame is out. He's cooked. He's done. So Damian Lillard out for the season, unfortunately, so we probably will lose this now. We do lose to the Mavericks in 6 games, which is probably, you know, I don't expect the Blazers to be a second round team. I mean, they could be, but I don't expect it. You got the Raptors in the finals, so at least Orlando got beat. That's a good sign. But Raptors and Thunder are going to be your NBA finals, and the Oklahoma City Thunder go on to win a championship. SGA looks like he has no hair almost. It's kind of weird. I don't know. It looks a little off. Anyway. So one thing I did do is I turned off, one thing I did notice is that 2K had like a new setting, if I could find it. It was something about historic events, like, or, you know, I'm assuming that they might have it to where the league is going to expand. I don't know for sure, but we are going to see, because I turned off league rules because I think historic changes was the next thing. So I do wonder if NBA automatic or 2K automatically adds expansion. I don't know if that's something they announced and I'm just stupid I didn't see it, but here are your retirements. But I do wonder that. So Russ did play another year, even though, of course, he announced his retirement in real life. But yeah, I'm curious. Let's see. I mean, it's not this offseason, obviously. Rule change 3-2. Oh, or vetoed. Wait, what? Okay, so I guess I have to do this then. So the 3-2 system where the 3 worst teams have 2 chances for it. So I have to put this in then, right? You cannot accept this as the rule changes features are currently disabled. Oh, please enable rule changes settings before continuing. Okay, so I guess I maybe goofed up by not doing that, so that makes sense. All right, well, let me see if I can fix that, because that is something I did want to have, you know, going down today. I think rule changes is here. Hopefully I can turn it back on. I think I can. I actually had to restart the whole file, so I guess we get another chance, but we get eliminated again. So yeah, I don't think I could turn rule changes back on. Maybe it's because we were in the midst of the offseason, I have no idea. But I want the new rules, and the Thunder still won it all anyway. But yeah, I want the new rules, so I restarted the whole thing. So let's try this again. So historic changes is here, and I assume that this won't be vetoed this time. If I have it wrong again, then I don't know what I'm going to do. But okay, so all this is accepted now. So I guess, yeah, this is looking good. So I guess all this is just going to, and I think... from what I read, I think the expansion is going to automatically, I think the league is automatically going to expand. So that's awesome. I love that. So yeah, all this is approved, obviously. So we can go ahead. All right. So yeah, this is crazy. I mean, shout out to 2K for at least this change. I'll take it. But let's go ahead and take a look at the lottery system now. So this is looking totally different. So yeah, wow, man. It will be chaos. I'm curious to see. It's going to be interesting. Let's just say that. Did the league already expand? Because they have it actually to, or was it, or maybe it was expanded 16 teams. Never mind, just kidding. It didn't expand yet. But okay. Well, I guess let's unfold this chaos and let's see who gets the #1 pick. Interesting. So it is going to be the Pelicans via the Milwaukee Bucks. We have the 25th pick. But yeah, so that new lottery rule change is awesome. I'll take it. That's fantastic. So at least we get that. That's new, and we'll take it, right? We will take anything new that we can get. So you can actually hire an assistant head coach now. So that's different. They kind of removed that, and then yeah, so I actually do like that they have the whole staff that you can kind of look at instead of like it was only just hire a head coach and you were good. So but for now, I'll leave Mike Nori the way he is, although as we all know, he signed like a non-guaranteed contract, which was weird, but you know, it's the Blazers new owner doing things that and we also do not have, obviously, I mean, it goes without saying, we don't have a actual draft class just yet. This is very early access, so it doesn't surprise me. So I don't think I'll be drafting with 25 since this is going to be auto-generated rookies. Instead, we might make a big move out of the gate here. So we know Dame has a player option, and more than likely he is going to decline it. I mean, at least he used to, so we'll see if he accepts it. We have John Morant, Drew Holiday, who has a big player option, and then like Kamara. Shaedon Sharpe is like and then Scoot Henderson, who is a free agent. So I'm going to go ahead and see what I can get for Sharpe and I guess 25. And I guess we have some 3 second rounders as well. So we can get, I just want to see if there's anything interesting here to go with. Sabonis, okay. Mikal Bridges. We can get Mikal Bridges off the Knicks if we get them 25 and Sharpe. I don't hate it. Definitely gives us kind of a, small forward that we can play. And then Avdia, Kamara goes to the bench maybe. And Mikal, and Dame have been friends before. So Zubac and pick 15. I can get into the... Well, I don't really care about draft picks today until we get real draft classes. But Mark Williams and Dylan Brooks. I am actually tempted to do this trade with the Knicks. I mean, they didn't win the championship, so maybe they're looking to shake things up. I don't know. It makes them a little bit cheaper. Who knows? But, and I do... Also, one thing we have to point out, obviously, is they did add more trade slots. So that's really cool. That's a nice feature. I'll take it. So, yeah. We're going to do this trade with the Knicks and get Mikal Bridges instead of having Shaedon Sharpe. So that is going to be our first big move of the video. I'll move Mikal to the 3. Mikal Mikal Bridges' first trade of 2K27. Used to love trading for you back in the day, obviously, as you guys maybe all remember. We got Dean Dudley in round 2, last pick. I can't 2-way him, though. I guess we'll just accept it then. Damian Lillard does, in fact, decline that player option. And then Krejci, Sissoko, and Young Hansen are all free agents. Jrue Holiday, no surprise, accepts that $37 million player option. Who would blame him? And then Scoot's a free agent. So, obviously, we went ahead and traded Sharp already, which I hate doing. Oh, wow. Okay, this is different. Free agency looks way different. Okay, so I guess you can do it. Interesting. So, detailed view. Or back to portrait view. Huh. Okay, so this, I don't know. What do you guys like better? Do you guys like the detailed view or the portrait view? Detailed view is obviously what I'm used to, but the portrait view is definitely different. Pretty interesting. So Kevin Durant's a free agent. Giannis, Jokic. I guess you can slide. I mean, I think for now I prefer the other view just because I'm used to it. But, you know, maybe going forward, if you guys like the other view better, let me know. But anyway, bird rights. Hopefully we have Dame bird rights. It doesn't say we do, so that's kind of unfortunate. I will bring back Scoot. More than likely. I'm hoping I can bring Dame back as well, but let's see if it'll let me. So, all right, this is different, obviously, too. Personality, no preference, prefers a soft touch, winning championships, moderately important. Average work ethic, big market preference. So, yeah, I think I would agree with that. So, I'll give Dame a player option next year as well for like 18. I mean, that seems fair. I feel like he'll more than likely accept his player option in real life, but who knows? So hopefully we get Dame and Scoot back. So we'll get Damian Lillard back. Robert Williams, why is Robert Williams a free agent? Didn't he sign or it's probably because, I actually don't know why they have Robert Williams as a free agent, because he signed a multi-year deal, did he not? That's weird. Okay, so that's kind of annoying. Do I have to go back to detailed view every time I submit a day? That's going to be annoying to deal with as well. But yeah, it does look like I have to go back. So that's something I hope they fix, but whatever. Anyway, Damian Lillard will be accepted. And then Scoot, I'm hoping to bring back Rob Will, because I'm pretty sure like some of his contract was non-guaranteed, but still, he did sign a multi-year deal, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to give Scoot a 2-year deal, just based off maybe he still develops in 2K. And yeah, so we didn't do too much other than bring in Mikal Bridges, obviously. So that's kind of our off season. Okay, so again, I have the muscle memory of trying to go down one slot, but it's, you know, the top slot now. So Damian Lillard, Jrue Holiday. I think I might end up trading Jrue as well. We have Deni Avdija. I'll probably move Avdija to the 4 and move Kamara to the 3. That's probably what I'll do here in just a second as well. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So let's move Kamara to the 3 and then Avdija to the 4. He might go down 1 or whatever, but yeah, we're going to do that. So Avdija is going to go down to the 4 spot. And now we just need to trade Jrue for a shooting guard, I feel like, or a power forward, whichever one. So let's go see what we can get for Jrue Holiday. So I'd like to do this trade with the Mavericks, but I do not want to give them a first-round pick to pull this off. So, oh, I can throw some cash considerations in here. I forgot they added that. So maximum allowed $8 million. I wonder what that does. Like, is that just kind of a cheat code? I have no idea, because cash considerations, I believe, is usually just from the owner's pocket. So does cash considerations move the needle for you? I have no idea. I don't think they can just take on. No, they can't. So we can't do that. There was another trade. Maybe we just move Jrue to the 2 right now and just deal with it until the trade deadline. Probably just do that instead of trying to trade him at the moment. So I guess let's slide straight to progression and let's see how much this is, you know, in effect for us. So Avdija is down because obviously we moved his overall. Jrue Holiday is down to 76. No surprise there. Scoot's already developing up to an 84. So I think keeping him was probably ideal. Mikal is up. He did go down technically, but Young Hansen's up as well. Okay, so definitely still more work for us to be done. Like, I think we got to trade Jrue at the trade deadline to bolster this roster a little bit more. But, and again, we don't really have draft classes to utilize, at least not yet. Hopefully, Joda Kelmer can get access as soon as possible, or whoever. But usually I go with his. Anyway, let's look at the rotation now. So it is going to be kind of that same rotation of Dame, John Morant. But, of course, you have Mikal instead here with Avdija, Klingon, Scoot, Tamani Kamara, Robert Williams, Jrue Holiday, and Sidy Sissoko. So I guess the only thing to do now is, you know, establish who needs to be shooting the ball a lot, because we didn't do that last year. So Avdija, I would like to give a little bit more of a bigger role here, clearly. So let's go ahead and give him like an 86 shot tendency, the 70 touch tendency. Mikal, obviously, we don't need him to shoot that much in this scenario. John Morant's already got a 91, 85, so I'm good with that. And I actually agree with the rest of this. So, okay, so Power Rank has this 9th overall. Proficiency still looking good. Actually, it's at 4.5. Wow, that's pretty fantastic. Okay, well, we will get to the trade deadline, and we'll more than likely try to trade Jrue Holiday's contract. But so far, the team is playing really well, so that's, you know, good to see. but I do feel like we need more. But I do love the Mikal Bridges edition. And right now we're hanging as a top 3 seed in the West. So hopefully we can continue that, and we'll see what we can do at the deadline. So I think at the trade deadline, we are going to go ahead and do this trade with the Dallas Mavericks. I was targeting PJ Washington, and we can go ahead and snag him with Drew. Actually, he's playing pretty bad. Do I even really want him? He's shooting 22% from 3. Damn. Maybe I don't want him. Actually, you know what? I changed my mind. We're just going to keep the team intact because that was the only one I wanted, and I do not like what PJ Washington is doing. And technically, we don't need to change anything. We're 14-15 right now, so never mind. We're not doing that trade. I didn't like the numbers I saw. We'll see how we finish out. Drew Holiday's contract will be gone, so it does suck that we didn't get to use it. But it is okay at the end of the day. Denny Avdia wants an extension. We'll go ahead and give him one. Offer interest is undecided. So is it as easy? Do you just get him to sign automatically? Okay, so that went well. John Morant, I would like to keep as well. And both of them, thankfully, are going to sign like pretty cheap deals in today's CBA, I feel like. So I'll take that. And then Drew Holiday wants an extension, but I won't do that either. So yeah, because I'm going to let Drew walk at the age of 37. I assume Dame might decline his player option next year. We'll have to decide if we want to re-sign him or not, or if he decides to retire instead. But it does look as if, you know, based off 2K's simulation for us, that we will have a shot to get Dame a ring before maybe he's about to hang it up. So hopefully we'll maybe do that, even though I don't know if this roster is really good enough, but we'll see. So finishing strong with a 59-23 record, Wembanyama wins MVP. Abraham O'Connor is Rookie of the Year, so OKC, of course, got you know, a high draft pick there. De'Aaron Fox gets 6th Man of the Year. Wemby is your DPOY, and Kingston Flemings is your Most Improved. Luka is your Clutch Player, and Chris Finch is your Coach of the Year. Nathan Mack is your Executive, and Wemby is your Cup MVP. So here is your All-NBA first team. No Blazer representative here, but if you guys are noticing what I'm noticing, Giannis went to Miami and then went back to Milwaukee, which is funny. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Here's your All-NBA second team, and here's your All-NBA third team. Donovan Mitchell went to Miami. Okay, so that's maybe why Giannis didn't stay there. I don't know. But yeah, Giannis back on the Bucks, which is really bizarre, but sure. And all rookies doesn't matter too much today. But we are the 3rd seed in the West going up against the Phoenix Suns. So let's go ahead and take a look at those player stats at the end of the season. Dame is out going in, which he was obviously hurt the last time we were in the playoffs. So that's kind of annoying, but maybe to be expected at this point. 21 from Scoot Henderson. So yeah, he playing pretty well. I don't know if I want a John Morant and Scoot Henderson backcourt going forward, so I feel like I have to choose one or the other. But we obviously just gave John Morant a big contract, and John Morant has shown a higher peak than Scoot, but you know, Scoot could show more potential in 2K. So kind of an interesting balance, but let's see if we can win in playoff series. We didn't win last year against the Phoenix Suns, or against well, we kind of simulated twice, as we all know, but we didn't win either time. So Scoot is starting us to John Morant because obviously Dame is out. So we have the Phoenix Suns, who have Colin, D-Book, Brooks, Miles Bridges, Malawach, Jalen Green, and Josh Hart as well. We do drop game 1. We do win game 2, though, and they win game 3, and we win game 4. So this has been very back and forth. And we'll see if we can win game 5. This will be a big one to get if we can get it. And we do not. So now we have to simcast game 6. And we'll see if we can win this one. So game 6 on the road in Phoenix to force a game 7 back to Portland. We've lost in round 1 technically twice now, but obviously just somebody technically 1 year. But we are going to avoid at least losing in game 6. Is Dame back? Did I see that correctly? Or no, he's not back yet. He is getting closer to coming back, though. So now for a very big game 7 to get to the second round. If we win, we have to go play the Spurs, which the Blazers and Spurs, as we all know, matched up last year, and the Spurs, you know, kind of own them. So yeah, I think that might be what happened. You know, it might repeat itself. Anyway, we get to go to the second round as we beat the Suns in 7, and now we get to play the San Antonio Spurs, which is not going to be easy, of course. So San Antonio has got obviously Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, Vassell, Tobias Harris. So pretty much the same Spurs team that we all know. Nothing's really new here other than Tobias Harris being that new addition in real life. But game 1 goes to San Antonio. Game 2 goes to San Antonio. Game 3 goes to us. That's a big one to get. And we're down 3-1. I don't think we're beating the Spurs, although we do, you know, force a game 6. So who knows? Maybe we can win game 6, force a game 7, and have an interesting shot at beating the Spurs in a game 7 where winner, you know, moves on. But no, the Spurs will beat us in 6, but ultimately it is a good sign that we showed, you know, some promise there. So now we'll have, Timberwolves and Magic, and the Timberwolves go on to win the championship. Edwards is your finals MVP. Did Dame decide to call it? He has not to this point. So we'll have to see if he accepts his player option or not. I would like to keep him, but we'll see. So now we go to league meetings. I don't know if this will look different now. So this is the offseason. Actually, this is the offseason of expansion, isn't it? So do they automatically do it? I don't think so. I'm not noticing anything. So, or is it? Yeah, not noticing anything, at least at this point. So maybe I do still have to expand the league myself, but I'm going to give it some time. Draft combine. Yeah. So I would assume this is where I don't think I can do it anymore because I was kind of wondering if 2K would do it itself, but you would go league change or whatever. Which it's grayed out. So yeah, I can't do it anymore, I don't believe. But so that is, so I guess I'm misled. I don't think they actually automatically expand the league. I thought they did, but maybe it's something I did wrong. I don't know. It seemed like what I was reading, it seemed like that there was a chance of that, but I guess not. Okay, so for the lottery, of course, this is all looking pretty interesting, but we don't have like a lottery pick here or anything, but Kings get number 1. Good for them. They need it. And then, oh yeah, we have obviously Milwaukee's pick and Orlando's pick. I don't know why I forgot about that. So we have 2 first-round picks. I think this is a very good offseason. Maybe take a big swing. I think Mike Nori's done a good job to this point, so I'm going to go ahead and keep him. But yeah, I think with us, maybe losing Dame, we're pretty much committed to, it feels like, Ja Morant as our point guard going forward because we gave him an extension. So Ja Morant, Avdia, Mikal Bridges is kind of our core. And then we have Kamara. But I do wonder if we should be looking for maybe a little bit of a better shooting guard. Because Scoot's great, but which he played well, don't get me wrong. But if we're, talking about real life, Scoot has not been all that great. He's had moments, but let's see if we can get something big for Scoot. I don't know if we will be able to, but and then maybe we could even throw Kamara in there as well, just to see what would pop up. We get George and Amon Thompson. The problem is you get a spacing problem already with Amon Thompson, John Morant not being shooters, so I don't really love that. And then Chet Holmgren. Wow. We can get Chet off the Thunder and AJ Mitchell. Chet's definitely a very interesting get. I guess if the Thunder wanted to get rid of him for some reason, you know what? Screw it, guys. Like, we don't do crap like this very often. This is, not the most, this is definitely not a realistic rebuild. Let's be honest with ourselves. But I think we should do it. I mean, you get Chet and Diamond Clingan as your front court. We go all in, and the Thunder, maybe save a little bit of money. I don't know if they're really saving money in this scenario, but it does cost us Kamara, which does suck a little bit. But ultimately, Kamara is not that great of a sim player in 2K. So we're going to grab Chet, and AJ Mitchell is a good player in his own right as well. So let's not, gloss over that. So this is definitely a big move to make, but we're bringing in Chet Holmgren into the mix, which moves Denny Avdia back to the 3 and gives us Mikal, starting shooting guard Mikal. So that was a big shuffle. And then obviously Chet and Clingan start together in the front court. Very wild, bizarre trade, but it is a fun one, I would say. So now you have AJ Mitchell, John Morant, and then we'll have to see on Damian Lillard what he's going to do. Hopefully we can keep him, hopefully, because I do think Chet gets us closer to maybe trying to win a championship. Do think we need to improve the bench a little bit, but AJ Mitchell is a good get. So obviously with no draft picks, we can go straight past that. Lillard accept player option, which is great, and I'll accept both of these because maybe we can trade them for, better pieces or whatever. So Clingan, we'll go ahead, and again, I'm not used to this detailed or that view, but if we go to bird rights, Drew Holiday and Robert Williams. I didn't trade. I was about to say, didn't I? No, I didn't trade Drew Holiday. So I'm going to give Clingan his offer, and he is going to accept it, which makes sense. We'll get Donovan Clingan back. No surprise there. And then, so I guess after like moratorium, it goes to the regular view, which is nice. But as far as like what we have in free agency, I don't really want to just settle on Robert Williams. So Dame is back. So I guess that moves AJ Mitchell to backup 2 guard. We can just slide him over there. So we can do that, and that's fine with me. So we'll go with that. And then what else do we need? I know we need a new backup center, I'm pretty sure. So Damian Lillard, John Morant, AJ Mitchell, Mikal Bridges, Denny Avdia, Chet. Actually, we need quite a bit. We have more than just a backup center need. But center is definitely something I want to go for. So I'm going to go ahead and trade Young Hansen probably, and whatever else we can, because Young Hansen has a decent sized salary. And we will see what I can get, if anything at all. So I can either get Rui Hachimura from the Pistons, who played pretty well. I can move him to the 3 as a nice backup, or we could get Yves Missy instead. I definitely think I'm leaning towards Rui. It does feel weird to give up on Young Hansen, but I'm not expecting much from him today. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this trade. So Rui is going to come over, and we're going to get just a bench piece. I'll move him to the 3. Does not move. I still feel like Rui's overall has always been disrespected in 2K. I've never really understood it, but so now we need a back in front court. So that's where free agency will come into play here. So you got Iguodaro, Jalen Williams, Ade Mara is actually in free agency, which is interesting. So that is in. Why is he here? I have no idea, but if we can snag him, don't know if he would progress at all, but let's take the chance, right? So Ade Mara, I guess, is going to be our new addition with him being here. And then we have Champagny, or like Sandro, who is already, I guess, gone off the Lakers, Vanderbilt, and then Obi Toppin. I guess I'll bring in Obi Toppins if he'll choose us, that is. And he does. Okay, so that gives us a pretty interesting 10-man rotation going into next season, and we'll see what progression is to look like. So Dame does go down quite a bit, which is not surprising, of course. Mikal is down to an 84 as well. Maybe we end up trading him at the deadline because he only has 1 year left in his deal. Does have a player option, which I assume he'll accept. But Klingon, Deni Avdija, and Chet all going up is a great sign. So yeah, hopefully, and then Demar did not move, by the way, but I guess it's nice to have him anyway. So let's go ahead and look at the rotation going into year number 3, and we'll see if the team develops a little bit more. Well, I will say Power Rank is really high on this team with a 25th or 5th overall ranking, which is hopefully a good sign. So John Morant, Mikal Bridges, Deni Avdija, Chet, Donovan Klingon, AJ Mitchell, Damian Lillard, Rui, Ade Mara, and Obi Toppin is your rotation. So I think if there's one thing I would do, if I changed anything at all, it would maybe be trading Mikal Bridges away, but I do think his perimeter defense could be valuable, obviously. It would be a trade deadline thing, but we can kind of just explore options right now. We can get Kawhi or Dyson Daniels, but yeah, again, we need spacing. So I don't imagine I'll change anything. I think the team will be good. Ahmed Thomas would be interesting, but again, I'm kind of thinking about, can we space the floor if we did that? So we'll stick with what we have for now. And the sim has been kind to us so far, as we all know. So hopefully it continues that way. And this team can be another top-ranked seed in the West, with Chet being brought in. And we will see if maybe, just maybe, a championship could be won. Shane Sharp's on the Knicks balling over there, so good for him. But yeah, can we win a championship? I have no idea, but we're about to find out. I think we'll at least have a chance. So Victor Wembanyama wins MVP. Got Kersey winning Rookie of the Year. Giddey is your 6th man. He also wins Depoy, Wemby that is. You got Rasheer Fleming most improved. Good for him. Still only 78. I was wondering if he developed or anything. But Jalen Brunson, clutch player on the Warriors. So he went over there. Mitch Johnson is your Coach of the Year. And Zach Williams is your executive. So yeah, good season overall. Here's your All-NBA first team. All-NBA second. Do get Ja Morant on here, which is lovely to see. So he has been a nice investment and has turned his career around a little bit, at least in the 2K scenario. Lucas Carr, All-NBA third team. Is he a second-year player? He is. The Grizzlies got something cooking over there. And here's All-Defense first team with Chet making it, which is great. And then no Klingon or anything, but Chet being on there is obviously awesome to see. Average 17 and 10. So I do think Chet was a welcomed addition, and we are the 2nd seed for it. But take a look at the stats for the season. You had, we do have some injuries going in, so that's not good. Klingon broke his leg, is out for 2 to 4 weeks. That's not good. So Dame Morrow would have to start. But 11 from Dame, 25, and then 17, 17, and 15. So not having Klingon is definitely going to hurt quite a bit, but maybe we can survive the first couple rounds without him. I have no idea. But yeah, get well soon, Klingon. We definitely could use you. So here goes nothing without him. In round 1, we get to play the Pelicans, who just signed Benedict Mathurin before I started recording this video. We got Jeremiah Fears, Jalen Green, Herb Jones, Queen, Lively, DeJounte Murray, Trey Murphy, and Euro. So game 1 goes to the Pelicans. That's not good. Game 2 goes to the Pelicans. Can we win game 4 and get back in this? No, we cannot. I think Klingon being out was a bigger loss. Well, I knew it was a big loss, but I was hoping we could survive without him at least round 1, but it does look like maybe that is not going to be the case. Mikal Bridges being ice cold definitely does not help. Maybe that is a trade candidate when he accepts that player option this offseason. So let's see if we can force a game 7 to stay alive here. Being the 2nd seed and losing here would be the ultimate defeat. So hopefully we can avoid that embarrassment, and we do force a game 7. Just got to survive until we get Klingon back, man. I don't know how close we are. He's still 1 to 2 weeks away, so I really don't know if we're going to survive to that point, because Minnesota is not going to be easy. But here goes nothing. Game 7 in Portland to avoid losing in round 1 as the 2nd seed. We were able to get out of round 1 last year against the Suns, but do the Pelicans have a different result for us? And we barely hang on. So we do get out of here, but it was definitely closer than we would have liked. So that sucks, it's good, I should say. It was really close, but okay. Klingen day to day now. So we should get him back in the series at some point, which is going to be obviously huge. Now, I don't know what Minnesota looks like. I'm assuming Gobert's not there anymore. Yeah, so it's Oso Ighodaro, but you still have LaMelo and Edwards. Obviously, the new unis are in there, which is cool. So that's awesome. Ooh, Randall's back in Minnesota as well. Interesting. Okay. Well, hopefully we can survive without Klingen for a little longer. So game 1 goes to Minnesota. Okay, noticeable. Klingen's still out at the moment. Game 2 goes to us. It's a big win to get without him. Hopefully he's back now. He's not back yet. We're getting closer to that point, but not quite. Okay, let's simcast game 3 then, because if we can survive and win a game 3 without Klingen and get him back here soon, that'd be so big. And it looks like maybe we can steal this one on the road. It looks like we will, unless we blow a lead at the end. But no, we hang on. Klingen should be back, right? Oh, he played. He did play. But he had 1.13, but he's back. 1.13 rebounds. Classic Klingen stat line, but okay. Let's make it happen now. With Klingen being back, I feel overly confident that this team could win the whole thing. Are we running 8-man rotation already? We are. Let's go back to a 9-man rotation for now, and we'll bring it out in circumstances that we don't feel comfortable with. But Chet is hurt now. That's not good. But can we win game 4 on the road in Minnesota? If we can go up 3-1, we might be able to punch a ticket to the conference finals here, and we are going to indeed win this one 32-22. So Chet is playing through the injury, which is good, but he has a strained right hip, so that's not great. But to beat the Timberwolves in 5 to get to the conference finals, can we do that? Let's find out. And it looks as if maybe we just might do that, and we will. Fellows, we have made it to the conference finals. Great stuff to see. 29 from AJ Mitchell in that one. And the Warriors and the Spurs are battling it out. So, obviously, I would prefer to play the Warriors. Brunson is over there. And Cat. Wow. So, Brunson and Cat both left the Knicks to go to the Warriors. Interesting. Okay. But I'm assuming it'll be the Spurs, right? Yeah, it'll be the Spurs. And we'll see if we can beat them. So, conference finals matchup. We lost to the Spurs in round 2 last year. This will be our last chance probably to get Dame a ring, so hopefully we can come through here, but let's see. Game 1 on the road in San Antonio. We're simcasting game 1. Let's see if we got it. So obviously Chet was, here to be the Wemby stopper. I don't know why I'm saying that because we all know what happened in real life, but yeah, Chet and Klingen, is the size we need against a guy like Wembanyama. Two of those guys can match up as best they can, even though both of them did a terrible job at guarding him, even though a lot of players aren't going to do a good job. But we do drop game 1 and game 2. So game 3 is going to go to us. That's a big win to get. Do we win game 4 as well? We do. We're back in it. Okay, I was about to give up there, but and Chet is actually, I don't know if he missed some time, but he's back now anyway. Okay, so for game 5 on the road, and I already pulled out the 8-man rotation, so obviously we would love nothing more than to win this one, but I think they may have got us here in game 5. So we did lose to the Spurs in 6. That might go that way again, but let's see if we have it in us to win game 6 at home to force that game 7 back to San Antonio. Would love to travel back to Texas, but it's not going to happen. So the Spurs seem to wait. No, yeah, they got us. Okay, so we do lose, but ultimately, made it to conference finals this year. Nice step in the right direction, and the Spurs went on to win it all. Wembanyama is your finals MVP. Not surprising. Damian Lillard is going to call it, which sucks, but it probably makes sense to let him retire at this point. Durant retires a Laker. Jrue Holiday retires a Warrior, but all right, I guess we can add the expansion now. I assume I can do it now correctly. So yeah, we can do it here. So this is where I would do it. All right, so, oh, never mind. Actually, you know what? I might just ignore it today because I forget we don't have like online access yet. So we'll ignore it for now. No expansion teams today. So let's just go straight into the offseason. And I think our thing will be to trade Mikal, hopefully for an upgrade. It's the only thing I can really think that would help us. But we are going to be in the lottery, which is good. So we have Boston's pick. Let's see where this ends up. So we end up with I actually don't see our. So we have 28 and 29. So the Wizards, I think, actually may have gotten it. Yeah, they did. Okay. So I think what this is the, what? I forget what year this is. 2029. So yes, because of the Deni Avdija trade, I know the Wizards have the best. I think they have the second best, though, between Milwaukee. I'm pretty sure that third pick is supposed to be ours, if I'm not mistaken. But I need to double check my facts here. I'm pretty sure this Wizards were traded the rights to the second ranked pick between the 3. But let me double check my facts. But if I'm correct, we should have the 3rd overall pick right now. So let me double check that. Fellows, I was indeed correct. The Wizards get the second best between those 3 picks. So that pick is actually ours, which is Fantastic. That is from the Drew Holiday trade, I'm pretty sure. Obviously off the Damian Lillard trade. So we can turn off that now. And now we have the 3rd pick in this draft, which, of course, if this was a real draft class, I'd probably use it, which we still could. But I definitely want to use it to my advantage with having the 3rd pick. So I'm going to make Mikal Bridges, which I still wish 2K would give you the option to make them accept their player option, which I assume. Let me actually just test that right now. So can I trade him even though he has a player option? Would 2K let me do that? I don't think it would if I had to guess. Yeah, I don't think it's going to let me. So I really wish 2K would give us that option. You know, Mikal is probably going to accept that player option. That's worth $41 million. I don't see him getting that high of a salary ever again. I would at least imagine so. So he is going to accept that player option. And now we can look to maybe trade him with the 3rd pick and see what we can get. So Mikal and pick 3. What does that get us? We get Chloe Ware and a high draft pick. We want Trae Young, okay. Garland Mathurin, Jalen Wells, and Zach Edey. I mean, gives us a really nice bench, and Wells could play somewhere. Hate it, but do I love it? Not necessarily. Could get Donovan Mitchell, which would be pretty wild. We traded the 3rd pick for Donovan Mitchell right now. And we get the 12th pick. AJ Mitchell would have to be in the trade, which would suck a little bit. Collier, a 2nd pick. Don't really want to do that. Kessler, Zachary Ricochet, who is no longer nerfed. He's up to an 86 overall. That might be the move, because we trade down and we get a little bit of a bolster and upgrade, I guess, and we still get the 6th pick. That might be the move. Green, Ingram, RJ, Georgian Thompson, Mark Williams, McDaniels. Ooh, McDaniels is nice. I love that. But, and then Hero. I think I'm doing that trade with the freaking, the Mavericks. We get the 6th pick and Ricochet, who obviously is playing well. I'm going to do this trade. We still get the 6th pick for it, and let's do it. So that gives us the 6th overall pick. Ricochet comes over. I don't know where I'll play him just yet, but we got to be happy with that. We can play him at the 4 or whatever. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But Ricochet is definitely a welcomed addition. AJ Mitchell in 6 now. What does that give me? Let's just keep shuffling the deck here. 7 in Proctor, Kobe Buffkin, Benedict Mathurin, Nick Alexander Walker, Collier, Kessler. That would give us a really good backup center. I wouldn't hate that idea. Murray, because our backup center situation wasn't the best, and we did have Klingon hurt. So I think I'm going to do that trade with the Lakers. Walker Kessler. We get Jaden Ivey, which I don't really care about that much, but yeah, I'm going to do this trade. Ivy, I guess, is going to be salary we can trade later on. So we're going to get Walker Kessler to be our backup center. So that gives us plenty of size to deal with, of course, Wembanyama. That is our biggest competition right now. Now, I don't really know. Do I play Avdi at the 2 and Riche at the 3? I don't really know what I'm going to do with that. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting rotation to figure out. We're going to have some size, which is great, but definitely going to have to figure this out. All right, so we do need an assistant head coach. Let's grab, I don't know if, would you want to be an assistant maybe? He does, so we'll get Mr. Morrison. Okay, so let's head straight to player options, and let's go see what we can do here. So, Lonnie James will accept. And then qualifying offers, nothing crazy here. Amara's a free agent, but I don't think I'll bring him back. I don't think I have any bird rights. Maybe they give me Mara's bird rights, but no, they didn't. Okay, so I think the next thing to do is to trade Ivy for something better. So Ivy, yeah, I don't really know what to do with the Ricochet just yet, but we got Walker Kessler as a backup center. So I think I'm going to trade Jaden Ivey, and maybe I still trade Ricochet. I don't know. I guess I don't know. It just depends. So let's throw Ivy and Ricochet in there. If there's anything that pops up, Bam Adebayo, but at this point we need a shooting guard more than anything. Sar Thompson, Ahmed Fox, Jalen. We could take another player off the Thunder and move J-Dub to the 2, which would be interesting. But I think I'll keep. We'll find it. Let me just get to it. Hold on, let me find something here. So I guess I'm gonna do this trade with the Miami Heat where we get Champagny and a pick. So we'll go ahead and do that. Ivy goes to Miami, and then we can go ahead and move Champagny to the backup 3. It gives him a little bit of a boost there. So now you're going to have obviously John Morant, Ricochet, Champagny, Avdia, Chet, Klingon, Kessler. So now the rest of the additions come. So yeah, I guess I'll play Ricochet at the 2, which I don't necessarily love, but at this point, we can go ahead and run with it. So DiVincenzo, we'll go ahead and give a minimum deal to. Backup power forward, we can go with John Collins, Leonard Miller, anybody like that's going to be fine. So we'll go with John Collins on a minimum as well. Just give us a few bench additions, and hopefully we have what it takes to beat the Spurs. They have been obviously the team that's eliminated us each time. Move DiVincenzo to shooting guard. That gives us an interesting rotation. So now we'll need a backup point guard, and that'll be it. So backup point guard, Davion Mitchell, I love you. So let's go ahead and get you if you so desire. Okay, Boom. So let's go to progression now. And we've been a good regular season sim team, but can't get past the Spurs the last couple of times. But now feels like we have plenty of size to maybe make that happen. Our whole starting lineup is really tall, it feels like, other than like John Morant, of course, is only 6'2", but you have Avdia 6'8", Chet 7'1", Klingen 7 foot, obviously, and then you got Riche at 6'8", which okay, let's get into this next season, and we are going to see if this year could be our year. I don't know if it will be, but we've had some good success simulating in the regular season. Injuries have kind of piled up a little bit, but for the most part, I like the look of this team. We'll see if it's enough, but let's go ahead and simulate this. I don't know what year this is at this point, but so far we're off to a really good start. So maybe there's a chance that we could be hoisting a Larry O'Brien at the end of the year, but we'll see. One thing I will say is this sim speed seems quite faster than previous years, so that's great. I love that. And the team finished extremely well, so hopefully the biggest thing is going in healthy. 68-14 right now, almost won 70 games, which is wild, but all that matters is trying to hoist that O'Brien, as we all know. So here's trying. So Spurs are still on the other side of the bracket, no surprise there. Oh, we go in with a bunch of injuries though, so that's awesome. So Chet 1 to 2 weeks, John Collins, it's just Chet, but yeah, that's still an injury nonetheless, so that's not good. But 24 from John Morant, 20 from Riche, 17 from Chet, and Avdia was 16. So hopefully we get Chet really back real soon. But yeah, we definitely have some injuries going in. That's not good. So Kessler, I guess, is going to start with Klingen. Okay, sure, if that's what we need to do, then let's do it. So in round 1, we get to play the Los Angeles Lakers, so I presume still have Luka. They do not. So if we find a way to lose this series right here that I'm looking at, this Lakers team, I don't know if Luka's hurt right now or if he just left them. He did. If we find a way to lose to this team, this video's over. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to us, and game 4 goes to us. Okay, good. I was about to say, if we lose to that team, there's no chance we're winning a championship today. And hey, we're fully healthy, so we survived that's great. So Klingen, Chet, everybody's back, so that's good. Okay, now to play the Grizzlies. Obviously, John Morant's former team, who they got Jokic next to Boozer, and then that Lucas Carr dude that they drafted. So the Grizzlies actually look pretty damn good, so I'm a little intimidated here. The Spurs do not get eliminated. Jazz almost did it, but no. But we gotta worry about the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies could be tough here. So game 1 with Jokic on the other side, but so far it is going in our favor. And wow, we might actually sweep them, beat them in 5, hopefully. No, do not let them come back. The Spurs are up 3-2 on the other side. No surprise there. All right, we were up 3-0, I think. So let's try not to blow that 3-0 lead. 3-1 to 3-0, but I was kind of focusing on the other series too, because I thought the Kings were going to do it for us. But can we win this and avoid going to a game 7 after being up big like we were? And we do. So we get to the conference finals again. Sacramento, man, I don't know who you have, but I'm rooting for you. You got Acuff, Zion. Oh, they have a good team, man. Do I want to play the Kings? They actually have a pretty good team on paper, not gonna lie, but still, I would rather not deal with Wembanyama if I don't have to. So I'm going to simcast. I guess I have to wait. Did I click simcast live, or do I just have to? Nope, it just okay. I have to control a team. Interesting. Okay, Sacramento, come on, man, I'm rooting for you. Beat the Spurs here. Let's avoid the Spurs. And it is going to be back and forth as can be. And it is going to Sacramento. Okay, I don't know if I should get too happy, but we don't have to deal with Wembanyama. That's the team that's beaten us a couple times. So if there was ever a chance for us to win here, it does feel like it's now. But this Kings team is damn good as well. So let's not get too cocky just yet. I'm bringing out the rotation. Let's sim game 1. It goes to us. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to us. Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go. We're in the finals. Okay, Brooklyn and Chicago. They got Luka over there in Brooklyn, and then you got Trae Young over there in Chicago with Caleb Wilson. So who's it going to be? It is going to be the Brooklyn Nets, isn't it? It is. So John Morant, 37 points in the conference finals, and Luka only averaged 18. All right, man. This is our chance here, I would say. Hopefully we come through with a championship. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to us. Fellas, I think we did it. I think we did it. If we didn't, we blow this, then this video is over regardless, because I'd be pissed off. But can we hang on here and win a championship to end our first NBA 2K27 rebuild with my Blazers team? And it is indeed going to be that. Let's see if they changed the championship celebration at all. I presume they probably didn't, but, you know, we can at least check it out. But I hope you guys did enjoy this one. First NBA 2K27 rebuild in the books. Comment down below the next team you guys would like to see if you made it to the end here. Just on my Madden channel, I've been choosing every time someone's commented a team, I've been using a team off someone's comment. So yeah, feel free to comment down below what team you would like to see, and I will let you guys. Wow, the camera is so weird, but this will be my first gameplay of this game, obviously, because I jumped right into MyNBA. So let's see. Oh, I did not mean to do that, but we do have the backups in here. But this camera is a little weird, I will say. But let's see. Can I hit a 3? Nope. First shot missed. That sucks. But almost got the offensive rebound. Portland leads series 3-0. The Nets do not seem to have a shot here, but man, it is such a nice feeling to have gotten a championship in our first video. Luka Doncic is going to go to Gordon, and we're stuffing him right now. Mikal Brown. I don't even know if they're trying to. Okay, they did try to shoot. Mikal Brown's gonna offensive rebound though. They pass it back out. Edwards. We're gonna stop them. First defensive possession stop. All right, I'm gonna let you guys watch the celebration if you want to. Thank y'all for watching. The journey of NBA 2K27 begins. First impressions. I'm glad we got the lottery system, but ultimately things did they did change the celebration. Things did kind of feel the same. Although the celebration's new, so I guess that's cool. But thank y'all for watching. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.